Yo, so another bit of analysis today. um, we've got TH, and they've posted this Rocket League School Reddit, and they've put, "Am I really ball chasing?" So immediately I knew there was going to be some sort of dispute between TH and their teammate. Clearly, their teammate's not happy. I got in early with a comment and just said, I watched it once and just, I actually think the way they play is just really good off the ball. So this player is actually champ 2, and they play like a high grand champ in terms of their speed, positioning, decision making off the ball. They play so well. It's just that when they actually hit the ball, they look like a platinum, which is basically what I've said here. You play well until you hit the ball. But there's a few moments here where people are in a lot of disagreement. So we've got another Supersonic Legend. I don't know why I said another. I'm not Supersonic Legend. I've been Grand Champ 3. They've put here, your rotation and decision making is really good. It's actually impressive. I agree. I'm not going to go through all of these. Another SSL, they've said, you seem really good for your rank. You're playing really well. Your teammate is on vacation. So their teammate's just in the middle of nowhere. We'll see that in the video. There's a few people who keep mentioning this one moment here at 3:55. So 3:55 is the big moment that everyone thinks is chasing. We'll go through that in a minute. There's one more comment here. This Grand Champ player, quite funny. They've put a Grand Champ 2 saying this isn't ball chasing. Yeah, whatever. But a freaking SSL backing up the playstyle, I lose my mind. They're clearly referring to me in this part here because I've got the Grand Champ 2 flair. And again, they're bringing up the 3:55 moment and just saying this is just, where have they put this? They're saying you've got no business being here. So yeah, everyone thinks this 3:55 moment is not good, but we'll go through it and we'll see what happens. So, like I said, I think they play really well. And sorry, there's no volume. There is volume, but it's just really quiet. I can't help that. So kickoff is whatever. Teammates missed the ball, but it's fine. Now we've got possession. This is all good. So slowed down in case they challenge, that's fine. If they came in, we can just 50. This is fine. Now we've accelerated the ball around the wall and forced them to flip back. So this is all good. Kind of lose the ball here. This is basically just because when the ball's basically on the wall, I'm guessing you wanted to sort of squeeze in this gap between the ball and the wall to then be able to get the ball out, and which is why you sped up. But the problem is you can't always fit in the gap, and if you can't fit, you just end up pushing the ball away, which is what's happened here, and then you can't catch the ball, and then you've lost the ball. To be honest, as soon as you see this player flipped away, you can actually just slow right down if you want to. You can slow down. You can even let the ball drop. Because you can see this player's all the way back. This one's moving back, so you've actually got a little bit of time here. The other thing you could do is sort of wiggle your car down the wall and then back up again and hit the bottom of the ball. That can sort of chip the ball off the wall. It's just a couple of things you could do there. But yeah, pushing the ball, you're never going to be able to do anything. This little turn is fine. You've just basically fake challenged and made him hit the ball away, taken their boost. And this has all worked out quite nicely because your teammate has forced them to come down this way. And now we've got a free ball again. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't get the best touch. I don't want to go over it too much, but obviously, you know, we've just got to hit this side of the ball just to get the ball back the other way. You've hit like the perfectly bottom of the middle of the ball, so it's just carried on the sideways momentum. But you need to counter that and hit the other side. You could even sometimes leave that ball, take this boost and go back over your goal, leave the ball for your teammate in the corner. The corner's safe, so it doesn't really matter if you don't even hit the ball. But yeah, this was fine because you recovered it, stopped them shooting. Lovely half flip. Unfortunately, though, your teammate just gives the ball away. So I'll just highlight this here as well. here. So look, you've just sold that first player. They've flown into your goal because you got past them. This player's in the corner getting boost. So your teammate has like the entire field to play with the ball, and they've just hit the ball away, which is a bit unfortunate. Can't control that though. Great bump by teammate. Yeah, I think you're right to go in here. It's just awkward because there's just players all over the place, but this is fine. You've kind of rushed this a little bit. You're right to rush in case this player's here, so you know that your teammate's gone back to the corner, but we don't know where this player is. So I think you're right to rush this. However, it's nothing wrong with it hitting it back to the corner and getting the boost. The problem was you kind of blindly hit the ball forwards. Because even if you went here, you can easily hit it to your corner and just keep it safe. So this is the danger of what happens if you just blindly hit the ball away. They get free ball. Again, it's luckily for us, they just hit it away, give it away. Teammate goes for the read. I'm going to mention this a couple times because you do these weird jumps for no reason. I don't really know what these are. I'm gonna mention it here because you do it again later on, and I want to keep talking about it because I don't know why you keep doing these. I don't know if they're meant to be wave dashes, but you're not actually doing the wave dash. I don't know. Bit of a pointless movement. That fake was perfect. Forced this player to give the ball away. That's not good though. Again, this ball needs to get to the corner or to the side as quickly as possible. So you start doing these little chips in front of your own goal, especially in like Grand Champ. This player isn't going to be, chilling over here. Any other higher level lobby, this player's pushed right up because they know they've got might get an opportunity. And this player, in the Grand Champ lobby, this player's already here. They're maybe even already jumping. That's just an open net. So that ball needs to get to the corner. Once again, corner, super safe. Just take it to the corner. It's fine. Can't go wrong. But you've ended up with the ball and boost. This is fine. So I don't know if you meant to do this touch here, where you drop the ball. Personally, I'd probably just catch this here. You flick the ball up the wall over here somewhere. You're going to land here on the wall, and then you can just drive up the wall. So you just catch, insta-flick, get over this player 100% of the time. Then you can follow it up the wall. And it should beat this player, hopefully. That's the kind of play I'd do. A 50 here is, it's not necessarily good or bad, but the trouble here is that I have watched this once already, so I know what's going to happen, but you can't guarantee you know who's going to get to the ball next, necessarily. And you've kind of 50'd up the wall, unless your teammate's right here, which they're probably not, because we know they're a bit passive. Not that we would actually know that at this time of the video, to be fair. But anyway, if you 50'd at the other side, it might have been a bit better, because you know your teammate's in the goal right now. You could even lose the ball into the corner and it's fine. 50 to this side might be better. I know 50ing it to the left is safe, but it's safe for the first phase of this play, which is you getting away from this player, but then this other player gets a free ball now. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if you meant to do that touch or not, but I just thought I'd cover a few things. This little half flip you do is really good. Nice. And then we'll just watch this player in the air. So they got a free aerial play here. Get the reset. They don't score. Again, higher level lobby, they're probably just going to score that. If your teammate doesn't make the save. So you kind of rush this play a bit. Sorry, I'm kind of whizzing through this analysis because I know this might take a while and I didn't want this to be a massively long video. But here we go. Yeah, you kind of rush this a little bit. Rush the first touch. that little recovery extra touch has worked really well because they would have had a free boom, so this is fine. And here we are, 355. We're at the big moment. Are we ball chasing or not? I mean, so far, I don't think you've done anything that's chasing. I think everything you've done so far is really good. And we come to here. So this is where the old school classic approach of rotations would say that you should rotate this way, come behind your teammate. Your teammate should push in, and then when your teammate challenges, you need to turn around and be ready to collect the ball. The problem is it's just a bit slow, right? You're basically, with that scenario, you basically have to go over to the halfway line. Then your teammate has to come to where you are to make the challenge. So whilst you cross paths, this player is just going to have even an extra half a second, an extra 1 or 2 touches just to compose themselves and do something. And that allows this player an extra half a second to get back. So it's just a bit slow. Now, granted, if this ball is in like an awkwardish sort of position or high up or somewhere weird, or this player doesn't have the ball at all, then you can just take the boost and get out of there, and that's totally fine. But in this sort of scenario where the ball, which we'll see in a second, where this ball's kind of slow here, I think you're perfectly fine to turn exactly as the way you did. So you've started turning, which is great, and I think it's fine, because let's say you turn this way, and this player actually faked the ball. We'll just watch it back slightly so we can, because I'm pausing before it actually happens here. So see how they faked the ball there? If they didn't fake that, and they hit this ball to the corner, then you can just rotate like this and come back behind your teammate, and then your teammate can come along the line and challenge. Perfectly fine. Nice little rotation. But because they fake it, I'd have done what you did and just carried on near the play. You're literally right here already. There's no point your teammate driving across like this and then you going behind them when you're already right here. You both got 100 boost. You may as well just have the person who's closer just go. So your teammate comes in and backs off, which is fine. Because neither one of you is probably going to catch them as they get to the wall. Because your teammates, you're side by side, right? So you're both in the exact same position. So you may as well have you go for the ball because you're closer. So I think it's fine. Great interception there. However, you got to get that boost, right? As soon as you land, just get that boost. Need to get that boost. And then, I guess, once you get that boost, you could rotate back post if you wanted to, or you could maybe even just go get this boost just to make sure you starve this player. I think either option's kind of fine. There's the risk if you go for this that you might get in the way of your teammate, so just make sure you don't have ball cam on, and just make sure you don't block your teammate or get in their way, and you should be fine. But you've got to get that boost. The worst thing that can happen here is that you just rotate back, this player gets the boost, and they have the ball here, and then they go for some sort of ceiling shot, right? So you've just got to secure that boost. And here we go with some weird jumps again. Again, I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, you need to recognise that we're not getting this ball on this jump. You then do it here, look, where you do this little wave dash type movement, but you don't actually wave dash. Like, I don't get it. If that was a wave dash, that great. Then you get to the ball, but you just didn't do the last little wave dash flip bit. I'm going to guess that was a mistake, meant to be a flip, but it worked out because you still caught the boost. Anyway, we've ended up with the ball and the boost, so it's all good. They've backed off. Awesome. Get around that player. Now we're looking for a pass. This is fine. You've recognised that this player's gone. Your teammate should be pushed up a bit more already. I don't know why they're still in the goal. As soon as you got round this player, your teammate needs to be pushed up a bit more, because there's no threat, because this player was backing off. So they should be pushed up a bit more. But yeah, this This needs to be a pass. You've just got to hit your teammate here. No reason not to. I know they might, like I say, I know they might be a bit too far back or whatever, but it doesn't matter because you can just hit it backwards. You can just hit it across. Doesn't really matter. Just try and hit your teammate. You've already committed to doing a pass because you've gone ahead of the ball. You don't really have time now to fake because this player might bump you. So yeah, you've just got to make that pass, and you kind of do this weird touch. And now you have to get this touch to stop them having possession, which is fine, and leave the play. This is all fine. Yeah, this challenge, I would go for this as well, because where's your teammate gone? No one knows. No one knows where they're gone. I would, however, just jump into this ball like this, as it's hitting the floor. I would jump and just 50 it. You get the bump is like really good, but if this player was actually a little bit better and they kept on the ball a bit more, that can just ping off your car, and that can just 50. That can kind of look like a dunk. They just smash it way past you. The bump, it works out really well, but just to view it once more, just yeah, I paused that perfectly twice. Yeah, you can just even just single jump and just hit the middle as the ball comes to the floor. Single jump, hit the middle. That this player always tries to sit behind the ball. If you know there's a gap, you can hit the bottom without jumping and chip the ball and make a play. Or sometimes you can like hit the side of the ball to get it round them if they're too far to the side. These things will all come with practice, but if they're right on the ball, just single jump, 50 the middle. I'm not sure what you tried to do, but I mean it's worked. Apart from teammate taking ages on the ball. Just have a look at this. I think they were right. They were right to back off because it was like a strange situation. But why they're not going for the ball, I don't know. Anyway, it's worked out. They get this dribble. So yeah, your positioning is fine here. Now you're ready for this. Backing off is okay. Nothing wrong with going up. Maybe trying like a double tap or some sort of shot maybe. Depends how you're feeling on the day, I guess. That touch is just not the one though. Yeah, it's a bit of a stinker situation in some ways because you don't really necessarily always know how quickly these players are going to get to the ball. So if you tried to catch it, you might just get like dunked straight away. I'd probably just go in the air for this, to be honest. Just jump, try to make some sort of play happen. Yeah, I don't know. You could maybe catch and try to flick straight away. I don't know. But this has just not worked out very well, obviously. They get a free shot. Teammate gets a good clear. We're too slow to react to this. I don't know why you flicked off ball cam there. That little ball cam flick kind of messed you up. Yeah, if you didn't flick ball cam off, I don't know why you did that. You'd have seen that there's no one there, and then right now, you'd have started turning. So literally right now, you want to turn and start going for the ball because it's free. But instead, you've driven half the length of the goal in the wrong direction. Now you have to quickly turn and go backwards on yourself to get to the ball, which is why you get this weird rush touch. So this might be the first little chasing type moment. So so already here you know you're low. You know you're not doing anything right now because you're facing the wrong way. But this player's on the left side of the ball. So if they take control of the ball, it's going to go this way. So as you turn around, you need to be ready to match that direction of the ball. And if you go this way and then they cut back this way, it's actually totally fine because you would force them into your corner, which is safe, which is, you know, is relatively it's a safer place for it to go. So you kind of always want to be covering the middle more in this sort of scenario. But the problem here is you basically turn straight for the ball. Now they've hit the ball, you start to turn afterwards, so you're basically reacting to what's happening instead of trying to proactively like preempt what's about to happen. You're not predicting it very well. So now you're behind the play and you have no boost to like catch up to the play. And you didn't see that this handoff could happen either. So imagine you're already pushed across the middle. You could just wait here on the floor and you could still just be, your car could be here somewhere. This guy's just chipped it. Then they're just going to panic because you're right there. They're going to panic and hit the ball away. And then your teammate gets the ball and then you can rotate and get the boost. But because of you've done this flip away, this is a free 1v1, right? If they flick this, it's just a goal. Luckily, your teammate gets a great challenge and they actually get the goal from it here. So that's the first moment I think you've kind of made a bit of a mistake. You've just gone a bit too... You're a bit too slow to sort of predict what might happen, and then you've kind of just gone a bit all in with boost and overcommitted. So you just need to be a bit careful there. I think this is where you weirdly go AFK. Yeah. Just going to ignore this part, because this wouldn't happen if you weren't AFK. Good save by teammate though. And... blah blah blah. Right, we'll just carry on from here. So... boost grab's fine. Go back a bit here. I would just say... be a little bit careful driving full speed at this ball when it goes into the corner like this. A lot of players will see you coming full speed and they'll just come behind the ball and just chip it into the wall, and then you go flying into the corner and they've got it straight around you easily. So just be a little bit careful if you're going full speed towards their corner, because they can easily chip it round you off the wall. They didn't here, they went for boost, but you know, just to let you know. Again here, people are going to probably tell you off for turning back into the play, but again, you're right there. There's no reason for you not to go, so this is totally fine. The 50 doesn't really do anything, but it's okay. Stops them having position. And here we go. Another strange jump that you keep doing it. You jump, then you aim your front wheels at the floor, then you lean back like you're gonna wave dash, but then don't wave dash. I don't get why you keep doing it. And I think this is the one where you end up not shooting. Yeah. That's just got to be a goal here. Your teammate's done this. They've like done a terrible clear. This is again why I said the clears need to go to the corners and not down the middle. You're in the perfect position. You just didn't flip into the ball. And I don't want to say that necessarily this weird jump you did messed you up, but notice how as you land from this jump, you slam on the brakes. You slam on the brakes and then you turn and then you come here and then you just don't get the shot. If you didn't do this jump and you just drove along the halfway line, they hit it out, you just boost full speed, bang, easy goal. So yeah, this weird little jump just did nothing and kind of cost you, because it put you at a weird angle. This is okay until you jump off the wall. So you've done it. This is again here. You've done this weird jump again, because I'm pretty sure you're not actually wave dashing. I'm really trying to work this out, because I've watched this like a few times and I just can't work it out. If you flip right now, it's fine. You just flip, you keep your 41 boost, and then you're in the play and you can intercept the ball. you do this strange jump that just does nothing. It just wastes your boost. Anyway, you've kind of made the block, but then here, you never want to be jumping off the wall. Just try and make your play, try and get, I don't know, try and get your demo, try and intercept the ball, and then just get the mid boost and get out there. Because you've jumped off, you've just floated slowly back with 0 boost. You can't really do anything now. Luckily, you kind of land where the ball's going to go and get this block. Teammate does a really good job of intercepting that ball. We've done another silly jump. This one's a bit different. I'll let you off on this one. If you jump the exact moment you sort of hit the floor, it just does a weird messed up jump, right? That's just something you got to remember. You can't insta jump as you hit the floor because it just kills your jump. And that's what's happened here. I think that's kind of how the like the zap dashes and weird wave dash, chain dash stuff works, is when you jump as you hit the floor. But it kind of just pops your car up, spins you out, and you actually get the boost taken off you because of it. Just got to watch this cut shot, which is fine. Didn't mean to right click. Okay, yeah, this is all not good again. So save is great. Now right here, look, you got 72 boost. So there's no need to rush it. Even if you did that bit of boost and then you're down to what, 60, 68, you now see this player coming in, right? You're never beating this player, like ever. There's no chance you're ever beating this player to the ball. Even if you stopped here with 60, I mean you could have 72, but even if you stopped here with 60, you need to see that this is happening. So any of these moments where this happens, as soon as you're lined up where you know you're landing safe, right? Because you've finished your air rolling, there's nothing you can really do to move your car anywhere except boosting, right? And there's not really much point boosting now when you're right next to the floor. You're not going to gain much from it. So when you're in these scenarios where you're sort of landing from a flip or you're mid-flip and you can't actually do any extra movements with your car because there's nothing to gain, that's the moment where you stop looking at the ball and you quickly look around. And you'd see this player. And you'd see this player's right there. So if this pinched and went along the wall this way, you're never getting that ball because you committed with a flip. And if your teammate isn't there, could just be an open net. Even what happened, look, it flips up and you're just awkward because you did this flip for no reason. Now when you finally get to the ball, you've got 31 boost instead of 60 or even 72. And this is like a great, perfect little air dribble setup, or even just catch the ball, dribble, you got a free 1v1. But because you did that flip for no reason, you basically end up deciding you've got to boom the ball away. And then yeah, that's just not great. This is the one thing I said was maybe the chasing moment. I know we've kind of had maybe 2 or 3, but that boost usage is pointless. You have to think here that I think you had 18. You get 18 boost, right? You got to think here, where's this player going to go? They're going to go for this boost, maybe. But the ball's coming this way. If they want to score, they have to push the ball back this way. And you can just stay here. You don't even need to go into their corner. You can just sit here with 18 boost. You can just chill. I mean, you're winning. If it was 3 seconds left and you're 1-0 down, you've got to go. But here, you're comfortable, you're safe, you're happy, you can just chill here. Nothing wrong. You just used all your boost. Now you can't do anything. Your teammates, I mean, this is a terrible challenge by teammate, I've got to say. Don't know what they're trying to do there. But yeah, I mean, you did leave them in a 1v1. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, like I've said, and like a couple of the others said, like you play really well. Like decision making, fine. Decision making is fine. Um, you just don't quite have the. It's just the last. It's just like the last little bit to just put it all together. You just need to work on the mechanics a bit. It's a few little like this little moment. You just need to know what to do in a few little these little moments. Um, but I mean, I wouldn't say you were overly ball chasing. I'd say your teammate was a bit too passive. There was a few like that moment there, where you basically just had to go again because like, where's your teammate? Why are they not here? You know, I can't really hear them on the audio either. Um, but anyway, yeah, just get the mechanics up a bit. Just dribbling practice, I guess. You need to be able to catch the ball properly, and just overall car control. You did that one little aerial thing near the start where you kind of, where was it? Here, was it there? No, it wasn't there. I can't remember where it was. You did that one aerial where you sort of did the one touch where you kind of rushed it a bit and then did the follow up. Oh, I know exactly where it was. It was just before that part, wasn't it? Here we are. So you got the air, like you got the air rolling down. There you go. You get your nose back up. You got the air roll. Is it air roll left you're using? Got the air roll left, like on point. Look, I think you're just maybe rushing the plays a little bit too much when you've actually got the ball. Off the ball, you're fine. But I think yeah, maybe don't be afraid to slow it down. Don't be afraid to sort of, like I mentioned a couple times, take the ball back to your own corner just to keep possession. Um, Make sure to keep an eye on the players. You do it quite a lot already, but there was a couple of moments where I think you just maybe lost concentration for a second. Um, so just be careful of that. But yeah, just try to really work on what you think is about to happen, and try to sort of make something useful happen with the ball. Because you kind of just boom the ball away or give the ball away, especially like this. This has just got to go to your teammate. You know, I can tell why your teammate might get a bit frustrated because you're kind of in the play the whole time, going in, you're doing stuff, but then nothing's coming from it. You know, I mean, look at this whole part of this part on the little timeline. No saves, no shot, no goals, no set, nothing's happened. It's been a minute and a half and like nothing. It's just been back and forward in the game. So you've got to try to really work on creating chances and capitalizing on it because you do a good job of like disrupting the players and getting in there, and even a few of the fake challenges making them give the ball away. It's all good stuff. You just got to be a bit careful of what happens after. You have to think about what happens next. Um, and yeah, make sure your mechanics are right, up to scratch. Make sure that first touch is good, and I think you'll go quite far. I think you'll do really well. Um, so yeah, sorry that went on quite long, a lot longer than I thought it would. But yeah, if anyone else wants me to look at any replays or anything, just give me a message and I'll have a look. Peace.